Your Arizona Wildcats are on the air. Joining us from the Timothy Gasson broadcast booth, here is your Wildcat media team.
I'm Sebastian Janik here with head coach Chad Berman. Two very important games coming up, a chance to clinch the Cactus Cup here at the Tucson Arena. You know, you've been able to hoist that trophy multiple times since you've joined the program as a coach. How much does it mean to win that cup for you, especially moving into the national tournament?
It's always goal number one here, right? I mean, since the day I took this job, everybody made it very clear to me, and I knew beforehand how important this series was and how important keeping that trophy in our building is. So, we got one more win to get the job done. I know for a fact they're not going to let that go easily, so we're going to have to be really good with a quick turnaround here, but we're excited for the opportunity.
And coming off these previous two games against UNLV, you guys were shorthanded up front, guys out with injury, but, the team was able to step up as a collective group and put together some great hockey. The results didn't go your way. How much does it mean to be able to lose key guys, but know the guys are going to step up and down the lineup and fill in?
Yeah, I thought we did enough to get ourselves a chance, but we didn't do enough important things to finish the job. And I find a lot of opportunity in that adversity. I think we're finding a lot more about our depth going not only for this year, but next year and the years ahead to see what we have. Those guys are getting extra experience that they might not have. And that's a good thing. I also think just in general, we need to go through that adversity. You play teams like that to prepare for the national tournament. You may play a lesser ranked team and get away with those things, and you don't actually learn these lessons and grow, especially with our goaltending. You can cover up a lot. And so that team kept us honest. When we made mistakes, they made us pay. And I'm glad because I want to make sure we're better come March. And I really do think those experiences are going to go a long way to make sure of that.
Definitely. And moving into, we've got the final homestand coming up on February 18th and 19th, but you guys have had pretty great results in this building. The last four quite haven't gone your way. But how much has it meant for you as a coach and as a part of this program to see the support from the community that you guys have had so far this year? And what would it mean to get people out, as many people as we can, packed in here for the final homestand?
Yeah, it's everything. I mean, in my opinion, in Tucson, the Arizona hockey game at the TCC is one of the great sporting events you can go to in Tucson. So if you haven't been before, it's fast, it's physical, it's exciting. Neither side likes each other, and that's the way both sides like it. It's just a different kind of night out with the family. If you haven't done it, it's a lot of fun. So we look forward to a packed house. We'll be celebrating our seniors, and this is a really special senior class. To me, this class is the group that really changed our culture and the direction. When you look at the guys that are ending here, some of the best players of all time in our program. So we want to end the right way, honor them the right way, and certainly finish on a high note here in our building.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
It's one of the best rivalries in college sports, and tonight it takes to the ice. Arizona State University in town to take on the University of Arizona Wildcats. Tom Callahan, Sebastian Janik here with you. And Sebastian, not only is it always a great rivalry, it's always a lot of fun when these two teams play, but there's some hardware potentially on the line tonight. U of A leads the Cactus Cup series 3-1. If they win tonight, they win the cup for another year.
And this cup is the first one of many in this road going into the national championship that they're hoping to hoist. The Cactus Cup means a lot to these teams, more than just games on the ice. It's about pride in the locker room, having that cup come back to your building, be in your locker room, and the U of A are determined to keep it here, as they have done for the past 3 years.
The Wildcats very excited to have a chance to perhaps do it tonight on home ice, but also a very important night tonight in Tucson. It's Pink the Rink night.
Yeah, a wonderful cause and a great show of support from the Tucson community. This Wildcat hockey team prides itself on its ability to give back to the people in Tucson, and this is another example of them showing their support for the community, and just a great cause to rally around, and just another reason to try to get a win in front of these home fans who have come out to support the Pink the Rink event tonight.
Arizona State has a new head coach. They've won their last two games, both against Grand Canyon University. Are they turning it around? Well, we'll have to wait and find out. Sebastian and I will be back with the first period in just a moment. Come on right back. There's more Wildcats hockey coming your way. athletics before tonight's game here. And boy, it always sounds great, doesn't it, Sebastian? When the band is here, they're playing. It's such a different atmosphere. This is one of the reasons why I love college athletics. It sounds so good when you have the band here.
Just a different vibe all around, especially in this indoor building. You know, you get the acoustics, you get the reverberation. Adds a whole other dynamic to the game and the type of energy that the band can bring, along with hopefully the crowd and the rest of the guys on the bench for this deeply intense matchup. That means a lot more than just points on the conference and on the season. This is a chance to win the Cactus Cup.
Although it does mean that too.
It does, but this is the chance to win the Cactus Cup, something this U of A team takes so much pride in.
And as we get ready for tonight's game again, pink the rink, so you're going to see the guys wearing the special pink jerseys this evening. And that's something that, you know, a lot of them have the ability, and fans had the ability also to purchase some jerseys, so you'll see them in the crowd here tonight. But a lot of them have deeply personal meaning. I think everyone's life, you either know someone or have been touched by cancer in your life. Let's go down to center for the puck drop.
Aaron Scott, University of Arizona Cancer Center. And the puck has been dropped. Thank you, Aaron Scott. And it looks like a little Scott out there as well.
Indeed, great Scott. As we get ready to go here before tonight's game, and as you mentioned, let's go back and we'll talk about the Cactus Cup. I mean, this is one of the oldest and, in my opinion, grandest rivalries in college sports. Arizona State, I don't care what it is. It could be tiddlywinks. It's going to be intense.
Yeah, one of my favorite quotes ever, you know, from one of our, you know, the former media director here was, I don't care if it's checkers, we beat ASU in games. It's what the U of A does. And, you know, I wonder if, you know, Sarah Gasson's out there listening, but in memory of Tim Gasson, hopefully this is a game where the U of A can step up and get it done and bring home yet another Cactus Cup, which has proudly been sitting in the U of A locker room for quite a time now.
And so we are getting ready to go here before the game. We're underway. So again, the pink jerseys, something that you'll see here and kind of take you a minute to get used to, but yes, that is the U of A and ASU in their dark jerseys here tonight. As we will get things underway, Holt trying to move it ahead. Instead, that one is picked off, and Arizona State looking to try to get some offense going early here. It's going to be interesting to me to see what Arizona State brings. We met, tipped in on goal dangerously, and Churro has to make a quick save there. But just to go back to the point of Arizona State under a new head coach, and the change just came down, I guess now about a week and a half ago, kind of wondering how it's all going to work itself out, because this is a Arizona State team that it's not a great season for them. They come in at 7-12, whereas it's 14-8-1 for Arizona. Clearly, the Sundevils are kind of looking towards next year here, so I wonder, especially with a new regime in place, what that's going to look like for them.
Yeah, it's always really interesting. In the NHL, you know, you see teams get those coaching bumps. ASU with some dangerous chances out front. You know, get that bump from a new coach. They get that new momentum. They start doing things a little bit differently in practice. They put in a little bit different system. Lines them with a great keep in there for ASU. But luckily, Johansson able to muscle it out past the blue line. But yeah, ASU is in a little bit of a rocky period in their program's history for the ACHA program, but you know, a team with a lot of potential that, you know, previous to this year was always a threat. This year they've had a little bit of a struggle. You know, you look at their goals against, they've got 90 goals against on the season compared to the U of A's 57. That's usually pretty telling, but you know, talking with Coach Chad Berman, ASU gets up for these games differently than they do for anyone else. When they come into this building against the U of A, it's almost a different ASU team than you'll see playing a lot of other teams. They, like you said, this is such a great rivalry. These teams have a very long history. There's
already
a lot of
some
animosity.
chatting. And you know, I mean, this is going to be going all night. If you're just joining us, buckle up, because this is going to be this kind of evening where we're going to see these teams kind of chatting after whistles and every opportunity they get to talk to one another.
Well, one thing is the U of A, before playing against Minot and against UNLV, had won 9 at home. UNLV and Minot came in and were able to beat the U of A 4 times collectively on home ice. And if I'm on the U of A bench, this is a game where you get your frustrations out. You get your frustrations out from those Minot and UNLV losses where you played good hockey, you just didn't come away with the score. And ASU is the team you want to take that out on.
Well, and we're seeing that right now here as Arizona in the neutral zone, but you know the hitting's going to pick up. You know the physical element's going to be there, and that's going to be part of the game. And so it's something to look forward to, but by the same token, it can't be everything. You know, you have to put pucks in the net to win games.
Yeah, and this team, the U of A, has been a little bit offensively anemic at times throughout the season.
Saved by Churro on that wrister there from Demon. And ASU trying to go to work right now. Here's DeBolt putting it up top. Wrister through traffic. That's blocked, goes into the corner.
And when it comes to zone time, ASU in these first 3 minutes or so of play have been the only team to set up and actually look for some set plays. U of A are going to have to rely on, you know, I think their defensemen against UNLV and Minot had a little bit more trouble jumping up into the play just because they were such dangerous teams. You know, and Coach Berman's talked about that this really needs to be a shot-first mentality team. You're not going to necessarily get the real high-skilled, beautiful goals all the time, and you really just got to start firing pucks on net and getting those greasy rebounds out in front and just working into the paint in the hard areas. But U of A here just having a hard time really getting any momentum going with the puck. Great hit there from Brody Selman.
Selman trying to get it going here. He's got 4 points in the 4 games of this season series so far, and he's been one of the guys who, whether it's putting the puck in the net or just stirring the pot, has been very important this year. But right now ASU, chance taken away in the slot, and now numbers the other way. Timor on the left side, leads for Lowell. It's 2-on-2 now. Left up top, Orfanos. Left wing side, he'll try to put that one up top, but it bounces out of the zone. And U of A on the regroup.
And Jesse Lowell getting the touches there. You know, missed a couple games with some, you know, just a little upper body injury. Luckily, Lowell able to draw back into the lineup tonight. The most complete player on this U of A hockey team, as he's been described by Coach Berman right here. Great power move.
Into the slot, Orfanos lost it in his skates, and Jones has to go back out to center to pick it up.
Lowell was trying to fight through a forest of twigs right there, but almost is able to drive hard to the net. You know, those plays off the face-off dots, just driving in and just trying to force the defenseman to make a decision. U of A just hasn't done enough this year in a lot of games of just forcing defenses to work. Their defensive game has been great, but they really need to punish teams a little bit more with pressure. We'll see what they can do here against this ASU team.
Right now, Arizona State, and it's definitely part of the game plan, you would imagine, Sebastian, to come out and just throw everything you can at Arizona off the hop here. They're riding the confidence of winning their last couple of games and trying to right the ship as a long shot in, and Churro will stick that one aside. But that's really been the question for them this year is, you know, playing consistent hockey.
Yeah, and I think that's, you know, the U of A in that 9-game winning streak was incredibly consistent. That's why they were able to pull that 9-game win streak out. And against UNLV and Minot, they maybe had a couple chances to take 1 or 2 of those games. Just some late leads given up at times and not able to pounce on the lead when they would get one up. But the U of A are going to look to get some offensive pressure here going, as Garber has not been tested at all so far in this first period.
It is once again sent back down the ice. And again, U of A after no icing here. That's an interesting thing. We haven't had a lot of whistles yet here either.
No.
And there's one. I kind of put that out there just to see if we get a break, and now we get a little bit of shoving.
If you build it, they will come. If you speak it, it will happen.
I guess.
This seems to be the way things go. But yeah, after basically 6 minutes of continuous back and forth play here, faceoff's going to come back to center ice, so maybe play with a high stick. Number 23, Lusby, drawn back into the lineup too. So Lowell and Lusby, 2 big additions back on the forward side of things for U of A on this Thursday evening. Speaking of personnel, we have our full personnel back in the broadcast booth, which we are very glad to have Garrett and Matt and everyone back working the broadcast to its full potential.
It's weird not just you and me up here with tons of space.
Yeah, it's weird me not asking you questions every 10 seconds and trying to figure out OBS. But luckily we can focus on the hockey, and this is a good chance here for Matthew Marquis.
Here's Marquis, and right side with the wrist shot, tipped into the netting. and we will get a break. So let's take a look at our starting goaltenders tonight. Eric Garber in net for Arizona State. He's got a 1-4 record on the year, .899 save percentage, and a 4.42 goals against average. He'll be opposed by Anthony Churro, 7-5-1 with a .923 and a 2.51 goals against average. Churro has 2 of the 3 wins against Arizona State this year, and Pavelski has the other one, and his only shutout of the season. In fact, the only shutout pitched by the Wildcats this year. Pavelski's win in this season series. And again, with the series at 3-1 right now, if the Wildcats win tonight, they win the Cactus Cup.
And that's where I want to see the urgency from the Wildcats, knowing that they're 1 game away from winning that cup. Dawson Marshall with a bit of time and space.
Nice glove save there from Garber as he scoops that low drive.
And even though Marshall isn't exactly the most dangerous position there, he could look for a cross-seam pass. Just start getting some stuff on net. Test Garber, test some different shots on him, see what he's reacting to better. This could be, you see ASU's goals against record, you look at Garber's, goals against. You really want to not give that guy any level of comfortability. You want him constantly thinking of where is the next shot coming from, and everyone's a threat at all times.
And what I like there on that particular instance of putting the puck in, he put it low, kind of towards the far side. I like that. I think that that's a great place to put it because maybe you generate a rebound. You try to force the goaltender to do something with it.
Yeah, he had line mates streak into the net. Marquis was on the back door.
Puck out of play on the far side there. And so right now we're still scoreless here in this first period. 7:13 into the opening frame. Same 2 teams back at it on Saturday, but that is an afternoon game. So keep that in mind. It is a 1 o'clock game and back here at Tucson Arena. So if you're thinking of coming out for a Saturday U of A hockey game, just a reminder for you that we will be here in the afternoon. So nice to get a little matinee in. Have your evening free if you so choose.
Dawson Marshall rocking it looks like pink or red stick tape.
Definitely the pink tape.
Yeah, liking the look of that from Dawson Marshall. We'll see if that gets hot, but Orfanos here.
Orfanos tried to slide it through to Selman. Puck was taken away, and Arizona State will send it back out. Jones over to Hull. That pass was deflected, but got back to him. Studioso trying to put on some forecheck pressure here.
And I think that last game against UNLV, we saw Orfanos probably have the best game he's had in a Wildcat jersey. He had 2 goals and created a lot of offense.
Orfanos in with a wrister that's blocked. Stays with him in the near corner. Lowell on the wall, trying to work it free. Orfanos picked it out, ends up at the point. Hull looking through the seam. Wrister save, rebound on the near side. Batted towards the wall, not out. Orfanos again up top to Hull. Trouble with the bouncer, and it comes out of the zone.
And that shot from Hull, it's not the hardest shot, it's not the most dangerous shot, but it gets in on Garber and he can't control it. And you've got a puck sitting by the side of the net with a lot of net to shoot at. So those type of shots from the point from Matthew Hull, who has such great vision and is going to be a key, just a key defenseman moving forward into the rest of the season national championship. I spoke with him on Tuesday at practice. He's a guy who's been here for a while. He understands what it takes to win, and he's got great vision and a great shot. Just those guys that have a lot of skill, but they just don't get in the situations to always utilize it. But Hull take in the first period getting a good shot through here.
Puck dumped in. Juro will try to slow it as it goes around the wall. And on the near side boards, puck flipped high in the air, bounces back down at the Arizona State blue line.
Good puck support there from Johansson. Fisher did not have a lot of room to move, but Shively comes over to help him out. Johansson comes to help him out. And Johansson just skates right into the middle, knowing that seam pass is coming. And Johansson almost looked a little bit bored intercepting that one, but Cusinelli here with a good chance over the line.
Off the goal post and right back in.
Shot. Takes the chance to shoot again. Doesn't overthink it. Doesn't overhandle. Skates in. Takes the room. Takes a shot. And the extra goaltender for ASU coming up big with that one. Good thing Garber didn't move at all, because that might have come off the back of him and gone back in. So I guess the statue standing still man pose worked well for him.
Went right under between the old pillows there, and he was able to squeeze him shut. Hang on. As Arizona State winning the draw but not out. Timur Wrister, that is tipped way out of play, so we'll get another whistle here. 43 seconds shy of the halfway mark of the first period. Still looking for our first goal in this one.
And Lusby showing his presence back in the lineup, pushes Deneen off that puck, creates a turnover. Timor able to get a shot, just ramps up and out of play, but another offensive zone face-off.
Fritz winning the draw back, but ASU pushes ahead, and they're able to move that puck out of the zone. And the bouncer flipped back down the ice, chase being given. Lusby trying to get up after it. Pressure Palmer behind the net, knock him down for his trouble, but he took the hit, made the play, got it to center. Right back in, here's ASU. Kylie Ram into the right side, couldn't get it through. And now the puck taken away. Hedgecock sending it on to the near side. Another good hit by Fritz on the wall. Lusby takes a whack at his man. Puck moved ahead, and U of A to leave the zone. Hedgecock will jump into the rush. He'll flip it in on the left wing. He and Lesby going in to get it. Forcing it around on the near side is Garber. Gets it to the line, not out. Kept into the right side. Litwin couldn't quite get there in time.
Studioso hanging out by the blue line, looking for a stretch pass. Gets one, but it's more of a baseball pitch to first base, has taken the glove.
It's interesting, Arizona State kind of taking those chances as we get a drive on the right side by Jones. Put it in front, and that one is sticked away by Garber. Rebound sent towards the net. And that one is played away to center, but Arizona State, maybe that's part of the game plan here, try to stretch out that U of A D a little bit. They've really got to be aware of those passes and where the puck is.
Yeah, and part of the need to stretch out the U of A defense is that, they have such a good top six from top to bottom. And number 17, that was Ben Jones there, the defenseman, taking all the time and space. Not sure.
We get a whistle there. I think they might have called that one offside. Not too sure that it was. Yeah, they're going to drop the puck at center.
I think they're going to bring it, back at center.
9:08 left to go here in the first. A scoreless draw. Studioso will peel off the ice here. Last man out. Still 5-on-5, and interestingly enough, the season high for penalty minutes in a game for Arizona came back between these two teams on December 3rd, 61 minutes in that affair. As the play whistled down for a hand pass, and we will end up with a face-off back inside the Arizona State zone.
Yeah, some fives and some tens and some other stuff here and there will get you above 60 pretty easily.
It's taken a little bit of time, though. We've had a couple of hits, but we haven't really had anything where you've raised an eyebrow yet. I think the fans are looking for something to get into it too. You can hear every time there is a hit, they want to kind of get into it. It really hasn't escalated to that yet, but it's early. Plenty of hockey to play.
Well, I could see once this score breaks the goose head, which either side is able to do so first. I think the other side's going to ramp up the hitting. Right now, it's just a little bit more tentative.
Orfanos on the forecheck. Nice job, able to peel the puck away, but he sent it up the wall. Arizona State ends up with it. Selman stays down low on it. And now another good hit on the near side. Puck bouncing towards the line, just comes out. Selman turns it over, quickly back in as Shively wraps it around. Here's Lowell on his way to the right side corner. Runs into his man. Puck ends up cleared through center, and Shively's got time to turn. Both teams trying to work on a change here as it's tipped down by Lowell. There'll be no icing. Johansson will stop in between the hash marks. He'll set up shop. He's got Meyer and Cusinelli out there with him.
When we have those image of, what a big hit is, a great boost of speed here.
Backhand was lifted high there by Hoffenkamp over top of the net. He's on his own rebound. Keeping it on the right side for Arizona State. One time for the slot. And a big save there by Churro, his best of the game so far.
Quick bang play there out in front.
Now,
still loose.
And it's been a little while since Arizona State's had a good foray into the U of A zone. They did in the beginning of the game, but last couple of shifts have definitely gone towards U of A. And now as we may have an icing here, I don't know, they wave it off. But Arizona State, I think, kind of came out and threw what they could in the beginning there, as we have icing now against ASU. But they threw what they could in the beginning there, and kind of the opposite of what you'd expect from a road team. They come out, they try to give the best shot, and now Arizona gets through it. The game has settled out, it's evened out, and even gone Arizona's way. Normally you expect that from the home team, and a road team will say, well, we need to weather the opening 5 minutes. I feel like Arizona State had a home team open.
That is true, but we saw there, they only get into the zone for 10, 15 seconds, but they get two pretty decent chances to score on Churro, and that's just the way, that's the grace of hockey, right? Goals that go against the play, 59 minutes of domination can end in 1 minute. But the U of A here, I like their offensive pressure, I like their confidence and their ability to cycle the puck, and another shot there from the point in on Garber with Fritz making himself big out in front. And I think that's another thing we haven't seen a whole lot from the U of A is a net front presence where they have a guy planted causing screens, causing havoc for those point shots to become more and more dangerous. So this U of A team, I like what they're doing with their shot first mentality here right now.
Face off to the right of the Arizona State goal, cleared around to the line, but now ASU busting up on the right side, and they've got a 2-on-1 in progress. Puck sent over, there's a shot, and a confident save from Churro there on the wrister from Deneen. Chance in front again, a shot, they score. Deneen gets a second opportunity and goes high glove. Arizona State's on the board first, it's 1-0.
Yeah, I was just about to say, U of A got away with one by Deneen having to settle that puck down before taking a shot. But they keep going with it, and it's just a pass from behind the net right out into the slot, and Deneen goes bar down. So we talked about ASU coming out with a strong start in the first period, and they get on top of it.
13-19, time of the goal for Deneen, and it opens the scoring here in this one. We'll pick up the call on the goal here in just a moment.
Scored by number 23, Connor Deneen. The assist goes to number 26, Tyler Kiley Ram. That's Deneen from Ram. Time of the Sun Devils goal, 13 minutes, 19 seconds in the first period.
Arizona trying to push back here as the Sun Devils clear it to center, and now they'll fire it the rest of the way down.
And that 2-on-1 chance that leads to the goal develops only because Jones is kind of caught in a hard place. He wants to keep that puck in, below the blue line to keep the offensive pressure on, but he has to kneel down, glove the puck, and the ASU player is already skating up the ice. Jones is standing still. There's no chance for Jones to catch up on the back check, and ASU just takes it straight down the ice. The U of A is able to survive a 3-on-1, but the second chance comes. It's a second effort game, and Deneen with a second effort buries one. But we all knew we weren't coming out of here with a 0-0 game.
Yes.
This is U of A ASU. These teams like to have fun in more ways than one. But U of A playing from behind tonight again, so the tenacity and the determination is going to have to be there if they want to win this Cactus Cup.
There's a shot in gloved by Churro as Plord let it go from the high slot area. And Arizona State picking up a little bit here from that opening salvo. Certainly it does give you a little bit of jump when you get that first goal in, and right now the Sun Devils trying to capitalize on it, maybe push a little bit harder here. Get something else going for themselves.
ASU missing some key players tonight too, because of some of the
shenanigans?
Yeah, I was looking for the right word. We'll say the extra stuff that happened up at GCU, but the U of A were playing against UNLV with a pretty depleted forward group too, and they weren't able to get the win, but they played really great hockey and rallied around each other. And ASU under a new coach, this team is kind of a student-led team at times, and it's going to be up to every guy to step up. But Plord playing with Lackey, still two dangerous forwards.
Well, let's fill our viewers in here in a moment on what exactly happened that resulted in those three players not being in the lineup. Arizona pushing ahead, though. Here's Lowell on the left side. Wanted to get it to the slot, Shively calling for it with the beaver tail there, but he couldn't get him the puck. And Arizona State able to move it away to center. Here's Lackey with a lead pass on the left wing side, and that will end up knocking the net off. Studioso tried to turn the corner there, just lost an edge and ended up in the net. So after the game against GCU, it was a 7-6 shootout win for Arizona State. After the game was over, we ended up with, I don't want to call it a brawl because it wasn't really a brawl, but both teams came together. There was some wrestling, some shoving. There was a fight involved in it. And out of that, Damon Porter, Braden Shaw, and Michael Sering out of the lineup tonight for Arizona State. So post-game ramifications there. Everything, all of it happened after the game was over up at Grand Canyon. And it carries through to this game. So those three players not in the lineup here this evening for Arizona State.
And Porter, definitely the biggest name on that list, with him being the leading scorer for ASU. Cusinelli just skates right over that puck.
There's a long shot in. Churro will kick that one into the netting, and in fact on a play with 4:53 to go. And again, that's something that ASU is doing pretty well right now. If you make just that little mistake, force that turnover, they're able to move it the other way with some pretty good speed.
Yeah, they've been the most dangerous off the rush so far. We did see in the early minutes, them setting up in the offensive zone, cycling the puck a little bit more, but they weren't really able to get it into the soft, real dangerous areas. But off the rush, they've been able to find a decent amount of time and space, especially on that Deneen goal. You just lose a guy in coverage. He's hanging out in front. Nealer, bar down shot.
There's Tillman on the far side with it. Feeding it up to the point. Shot wide of the net. More a bank pass to the front. Knocked away by Churro. Hedgecock over there into the corner. Tied up by Hoffenkamp. Slung around to the right point. Held in by Kowalchuk. He'll feed it on to the near side point. Palmer's shot was blocked. And now we have a player without a stick. It was Hedgecock. He gets one from Cusinelli. And the puck ricochets off a block. Cusinelli just took the stick away from Kowalchuk. He's going to get a penalty for it. He just ripped the twig right out of his hands. That's going to put Arizona short-handed.
I mean, I'm sure Coos felt a little bit weird skating without a stick. Maybe it was just natural instinct to grab the nearest one.
Yes.
That is a...
Holding the stick, yes, we can confirm.
That is a interesting way for the first penalty of this game to unfold. If you would have asked me what the first penalty would have been most likely in this game, I don't think that would have been the first one. But the special teams that I think are going to factor huge in today, this is a massive kill for the U of A. Yeah, it's still 1-0. You're down 1. It still feels very much within reach, but this penalty kill with 4 minutes left in the first is absolutely crucial.
2 minutes for holding the stick. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 51 seconds in the first period.
The power play at 20% for Arizona State this season. 64.1 and climbing on the kill for Arizona. They started off really low on the penalty kill and have been getting much better penalty killing, I would say maybe in the last month or two. But they had a really slow start and to put their numbers way behind in the PK column.
Yeah, beginning the season, it was pretty much abysmal for this U of A team. Coach Berman's working with a lot of new players. He's trying to teach their PK system, really trying to dial that in practice. And it's going to get tested here in the first period.
Up top, it's Tillman leaving it on the left side. Plord tipping it into the corner, gets it back on the half wall. And a big hit in the corner by Jones, picking up the physical play. And now Studioso takes a run at him. Long shot in for the point. Rebound in front, and it goes in. Studioso may have got a tip on the back door, but it also might have just ricocheted in off the back of Churro. We'll see who they give that goal to, but it's a power play marker, and it's 2-0 Arizona State.
Yeah, that shot from the point just comes hard off the back glass, comes right back out in front. Churro can't quite find it in the scramble, and Studioso hanging around buries one. So this is going to be a clawback type of game for the U of A right now. You've got a lot of fans here in the building on this Thursday night for this rivalry game. Pink the rink. You're going to have to claw back into this one.
Well, the Wildcats are definitely going to have to bring a little bit of oomph here. We'll pick up that call.
Scored by number 6, Brendan Studioso. The assist goes to number 2, Connor Tillman. That's Studioso from Tillman on the power play. Time of the Sundevils goal, 16 minutes, 49 seconds in the first period.
So now Arizona has its work cut out for it. Boy, they could use a huge surge here. They push right back in. Orfanos bouncing puck in the slot. Can't hang on to it, though. And the Sundevils able to just clear it over the line. They'll move up on the right side now. A little play developing here. Blocker saved by Churro on a wrister. Bouncing puck in front, golfed away towards the line, and Orfanos up. Orfanos on the left side has Selman coming in. He overskates the puck, though. And it's cleared immediately over the glass. Now a little shoving after the play. It's starting to get a little testy out there, but it's Arizona down by a pair here with 2:35 to go in the first that's showing some impatience.
Yeah, I mean, I think the frustration has been building for these guys on home ice. It's been a rough couple of weekends for the U of A here in this building, and this ASU game is one, Like I said in the pregame, you just want to take your frustrations out on this team. And so far, ASU is causing the frustration.
Arizona State will golf it out to center. And Arizona turning it right back into the right side. Moving it up is Fisher. Fisher, high slot, wrist shot blocker save. Rebound swept to the line, not out. Fisher holding it in. There's a chance right across the crease from Cusinelli. Couldn't connect. Now a shot, Fisher, save made. And that'll be held as Garber really wanted to slow things down. Good thing he held on to the rebound, but that's the best swarm I felt out of Arizona, and Chad Berman's going to leave that line out there.
Yeah, that's the best shift that we've seen from the U of A in a good couple minutes here, generating multiple scoring chances, testing Garber, and, you know, even if you don't come out of this period, you know, with that great of a result, you need to end it on a note where you can build on for the rest of this game.
Shively bullying his way in on that left side. Knocked down, draws a penalty. Cusinelli left side. Johansson in. Shot, save. Rebound. Johansson trying to wrap it around. Cusinelli can't get it to go. And we get the whistle. But Arizona is going to go on the power play with 2:02 to go in the first. And they've got the momentum right now.
Just a great effort down the boards. I believe that was Shively. With the 5 and 6 is tucked. It's so
that
hard.
Was Shively.
Yeah, Shively just keeps on battling down the boards. Never gives up on the battle. Keeps going. Results in a great scoring opportunity and draws a penalty. So this is where the power play that against UNLV was not able to convert the way it really needed to. And talking with Coach Berman before the game, he talked about the power play just has to be simplified. They've got to get more shots from their weak side guys. They've got to get more rebounds and second opportunities. What a great chance here to end the period.
2 minutes for holding. Time of that penalty, 17 minutes, 58 seconds in the first period. And put your Wildcats on a Hogan Transportation power play.
Here we go, 5-on-3, another penalty. Boy, U of A needs to turn that puck over right away. They have an extra man out there. Shot in front, wrap around, they score! Johansson scores on the rebound on the delayed penalty call. And in it goes, a power play marker. And U of A will still have a power play out of it.
Well, I hate to say that I wanted to talk about, you know, being right maybe, but that's a good shot from the point. It gets in on Garber. There's a loose puck. Johansson's right in the right area. And what a great heads-up play for him to corral that puck, keep it on the stick, and loop it in around Garber.
Don't listen to Tom. Don't turn the puck over for the 5-on-3. Just put it in the net.
Yeah. I mean, it accomplishes the same end goal.
It does. And you know what? I'd much rather have the puck in the back of the net, as I'm sure all of us would, rooting for Arizona. So now they are going to end up with the penalty call. Well, so actually they won't end up with a penalty call, but they will have the continuation. Let's pick up the call here.
Give it to number 28, Alex Johansson. That's Johansson on the power play. Time of your Wildcat goal, 18 minutes, 17 seconds in the first period.
And so we continue on here with Arizona again on the power play as the puck skipped off the glass and down the ice. So we'll have to see what the call was against Hawsworth officially that ended him up.
Hawsworth, 2 minutes for holding. Time of that penalty, 18 minutes, 17 seconds in the first period.
So there you go, another Hogan Transportation power play. 1 minute to go in the period. Here's Timor on the right side with it. Fans on a pass, but he's got time. He'll leave it off on the right side. U of A with some movement here. Selman. Back up top. No seam there for Fisher. Feeds to the left side in front. Oh, looking for the backdoor tip. Orfanos couldn't get it. Timor cross ice and fanned the shot there. Backhand try for Meyer. He'll try to shove it through traffic, and it's cleared.
And Meyer settles that puck down, just gets the stick gliding over the top of it, but keeps fighting through to get a couple more chances. And with 22 seconds left here, see if the U of A can get one more rush, but ASU steals the puck behind the U of A net. They try to throw it back, but that ends up being a pass right to Anthony Cusinelli. Cusinelli over the line, shoots, saved by Garber.
Johansson in the corner with it on the far side. Trying to dig it free, time ticking down, 3 seconds to go. That'll do it for the period.
and momentum swinging back towards the U of A at the end of this period. You know, those two penalties, one drawn by the U of A, the other one, Jesse Lowell fights through a guy basically headlocking his face, fights through it, ends up drawing another penalty. So we'll still have 17 seconds of power play left when the fresh sheet comes out. But a great pushback here from the U of A. When they get the opportunity on the power play to get back to what they need to do, they're able to step on the gas at the right time. And a great example of what the U of A power play can be when it's clicking.
Getting that goal at the end of the frame, too, absolutely key to the momentum. You could feel it building, but if you leave without scoring that goal, especially if the power play expires, it's got a little bit of a different feel to it. But instead, Arizona leaves the ice. They have the goal, and as you mentioned, they do have 17 seconds. Not a ton of time, but enough to win a draw and move the puck on into the offensive zone here to start the second period.
Yeah,
so
if you're able to win that, oh no, go ahead.
I was going to say, that's just the important swing of the pendulum and how it changes the mood of the game. Now coming out in the second, Arizona State, instead of saying, hey, we're starting 5-on-5, fresh sheet of ice, they say, well, guys, we got to get through this 17 seconds first, and then we can worry about it from there.
Yeah, and just I was going to say, you know, if you're able to get a face-off win, get a puck in, you could probably set up for maybe one play with that power play.
Sure.
But the key is if you're able to get into the offensive zone, start generating some pressure, when that penalty does expire, you know, when a guy's coming out of the box, you can see people lose coverage sometimes. You can see, you know, a lot of those goals, you know, we see in the NHL that are scored right after a power play ends is because maybe, you know, guys think, all right, the power play's over. They relax for that split second. The guy coming out of the box picks a different man than maybe someone else is thinking, and you can lose someone in coverage. So I think it's going to be about putting that pressure on in the first 17 seconds and then trying to just get some chaos going so ASU can't just clear it and kill it quickly.
Sebastian, what do we have coming up here in the first intermission?
We're going to have a quick chat with Coach Berman, previewing some things and talking over what's been going on with the team lately. So we'll have an interview with myself and Coach Berman.
All right, that'll be coming up next. We are 20 minutes into it here on a Thursday night. Pink the Rink here in Tucson. Arizona State 2, Arizona 1. This is Wildcats hockey.
I'm Sebastian Janik here with head coach Chad Berman. You know, we're moving through the first period of this game on Thursday, but one thing I think that you might want to focus on was maybe the power play a little bit coming off that UNLV series. What did you see that you think this team can do better, and what did you see that you liked that was able to produce?
I thought we had our moments of better puck support. I think obviously on the power play you always want to outnumber loose pucks, and that's something we've been working on. I think in general, I mean, you don't overthink the power play. It's really simple. Move the puck quick, get pucks to the net, retrieve it, and start over. I'd like to see us get more pucks on net, especially more one-timer shots, creating reactionary saves that create second and third opportunities. I don't think we're getting enough second and third opportunities. I think we're a little slow in our decision-making on two-on-ones, and that's, you know, the name of the game of the power play is find the two-on-one, attack the two-on-one. And if you make good decisions, you're going to have success. We haven't. So we'll make a couple changes here, get a couple different looks with an emphasis on getting more pucks on net.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Because of Eller, I've had once-in-a-lifetime opportunities.
I've learned to step outside of my comfort zone.
Eller has given me a platform to bridge my technical skills into managerial skills.
Because of Eller, I've grown my professional network.
Because of Eller, I am more passionate about my goals.
I've met amazing people.
Because of Eller, I have endless opportunities.
I am more involved in my community.
I've been able to enhance my public speaking, which led me to get my internship this summer.
I've started taking more initiative in my life.
Because of Eller, I have a home here at the U of A.
I'm Javier.
I'm Vikas.
I'm Sariska.
I'm Natalie. I'm Itzel.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Javier.
I am Paola.
I'm Brent.
I'm Katia.
I'm Jason.
I'm Sean.
I am Vedashri.
I'm Jennifer. I am Eller.
Welcome into the Tucson Arena. Sebastian Janik joined by Matt Tiart, giving Tom Callahan a break. Matt, you were over taking notes, watching diligently. What did you see in that first period that stood out from you, either from the U of A or the ASU side?
ASU looked really good in their offensive zone. Arizona looked a little sloppy. Hoping Berman said some things that'll, fix those issues. I noticed that we had a couple of odd man rushes that we didn't capitalize on. Berman said pregame that was kind of a point of emphasis this week in practice. Hopefully we can tighten up some loose ends and bury some in this period.
Yeah, I think the intensity is going to have to be pushed up here by the U of A. You're in your home building. You've got a great crowd on a Thursday night. A lot of U of A students and fans out here to root you on to win the Cactus Cup in this building on a Thursday night. ASU, you don't want to, you've seen in series, you let a team back in, they slowly claw back, and bad things can happen quick. U of A in that first period were able to get a late power play goal. They'll start this period on the power play for 17 seconds. And before the game, we were in the locker room talking with Coach Berman. He described what he wanted to see on that power play, and I think we saw exactly just that on the goal from Johansson.
Yeah, spreading out the offensive zone, pucks on net. It was a scramble, and their goalie came out of the crease pretty hard, and Johansson just buried it. So, opportunities like that create goals, create offense. Looking to do that in the first 17 seconds of this period. But it's also important that Arizona State has scored their first goal, secondary scoring. Both guys that created that chance, 2 points on the season, now 3. Let's see if Arizona can create some secondary scoring. We know Berman trusts all 4 lines. They play pretty equally. when you talk about time on ice. So we just kind of want to see those guys get in the zone and create some chances of their own.
Yeah, there's been some guys on this U of A team who have just been snake bitten throughout the season. You know, Christopher Fritz is a guy, you know, he plays the game the right way, he plays hard, he seems to be in and around it on the offensive side of things, but you know, at practice, you know, on the photo day on Tuesday, he just kind of had to shook his head and say, just nothing's going right now. But that's the thing, with these guys who are in and around it, in getting their chances, there are a lot of players on this U of A team that I think could have a lot more points than shows for it. There's just been some games where a puck can't bounce the right way. But, you know, hopefully that's what you hope. You take all that bad luck into the national tournament and the universe equals itself out, maybe. That might be wishful thinking, but I still think there's a number of guys on this U of A team that offensively are more dangerous than what their numbers show.
Yeah, and this team, they're built on defense, right? That's sort of their personality. That's sort of the way they play this season is, and Berman says it all the time, it's a race to 3, right? Because we're just so defensively sound. So in a game that you let up 2 in the first period, you hope to see us tighten up loose ends. And hopefully that's it, right? 2 goals and that's it, no more, if you're talking about a race to 3. So
yeah, if it's a race to 3, ASU is not too far from the finish line at the moment, but it looks like the U of A with these last seconds of power play time are just going to set up, try to get some play going up through the middle. It's going to be Timor dumping in with Meyer getting on his horse going into the corner. He throws a good hit on Studio, so puck still behind the net. And now it's going to be Clayton Lackey for ASU, the burst of speed. He's forced to just dump it in, though. They let him go, and Timor will ride his man off the puck. Now ASU will look to set up, but they throw that one in quick on Churro. Nice little bank pass off the boards there. Orfanos gets it up to Selman. Now Selman tries to center to Orfanos, just can't get it through. But now back to the point, Fisher trying to go back behind for Meyer. And right there, you know, the pressure put on Lackey, he doesn't, you know, these plays right here, you don't want to give ASU too much time, but that one is a very fortunate bounce. And Plord comes in, and on the first shot of the second period, and just as I talk about the fact that ASU wasn't able to settle the puck down, a loose one squirts up through the middle. Plord carries it over the blue line and goes far side block on Anthony Churro. And that's a little bit of an uncharacteristic miss there for Anthony Churro. He's got a full view of it the whole way. It's just Plord picks his spot and hits it. And we talked about, you know, battling back adversity. The U of A had all the momentum coming into the second period. And in the first almost minute, ASU has silenced this building a little bit here and taken some of the wind out of their sails.
Yeah, Arizona, it seemed like they were stretching the ice really well to start the period. Unfortunate break. I mean, that was an excellent shot by Plord. He goes far side, high stick side. Churro got beat high glove side on the first goal, excuse me. So
it was a great shot, but these opportunities, Tillman now for ASU. Hull rides his man off hard, make sure he doesn't get a chance to come down the wing. Now ASU keeping it in behind the net. Jones staples his man in. Now ASU trying to feed it back out in front, but goes to the U of A. Trying to get it across to Dawson Marshall, just nothing going. This will come back on Churro. With McGrath heavy on the forecheck, along with Hoffenkamp. Now back to the point, Palmer. Shot in on Churro and a dangerous rebound out in front that he has to sweep away. Jones now for the U of A. To his D partner, Matthew Hull. Marshall, as ASU gets a line change, U of A will dump and do the same. So the top line here coming out for the U of A. ASU trying that stretch pass. Not able to go. Fisher is going to be in battle here, and I think Fisher is going to go for a penalty. Yep, so ASU on the delayed penalty call. Kowalchuk tries to take a shot from the point. Larson with it now. Kowalchuk, and they'll blow the play dead there. So penalty against the U of A going back on the penalty kill. And ASU with a chance to just seize a stranglehold of the momentum on this power play. Fisher not too happy with the call, just gets a little bit too armsy with his man, pulls him down. goes to the box for 2. So with 17:15 left in the second period, ASU on the power play. Every kill's a big one, but oh my.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking early in the game, momentum. You know, we just mentioned race to 3. Now almost a race to 4. This is a must-kill for Arizona.
2 minutes, 45 seconds in the second period.
So that 2-minute penalty on Fisher. Lackey can't control that one. Oh, a hard hit there. Oh, Meyer absolutely gets run over from behind. Ref's arm stayed down. I'm not sure if they determined that Meyer just kind of got in the way of the skater, but Meyer gets punished on the PK there, but he's still up and around. We'll see if he takes a number. Now Lackey for ASU. ASU trying to go around the outside, set something up. Good job there. I believe that's Hedgecoke with a great effort. Puts the body on, separates the puck, and the U of A are able to get it clear. Now ASU looking for a little bit of a sneaky play there to get Hoffenkamp in behind everyone. Doesn't work out. Good clear there again. Oh, and Brody Selman, absolutely.
Took a number. That was absolutely a trucking.
Brody Selman burying Clayton Lackey. Selman definitely the one of the golden child U of A teams. We seem to be talking about it all the time, but Lackey here with a big move into the middle. Shot, Churro with a pad save. Can't quite clear it. Another shot in on Churro, and he'll get the stop there. So a couple chances on Churro, and Clayton Lackey gets absolutely demolished, and then it proceeds to almost, you know, put a very dangerous chance on net. So some perseverance there, but Selman, this U of A team needs something to get them going here. 37 seconds left on the PK, and hopefully that hit from Selman can get a couple more guys on this U of A bench going.
That was like Selke Award-esque for Brody Selman. Physicality just checks him out of the zone, and then the finesse poke check to turn it over in the neutral zone. That's unbelievable pressure by Brody Selman.
Shades of Patrice Bergeron there. Not that we, you know, obviously we want to keep his ego down, but Kowalchuk now with a shot. That goes wide on Churro. Lowell will come over to challenge Kowalchuk. Kowalchuk puts the shoulder into him. Another shot there from the point from Hoffenkamp, from the slot, I mean, from Hoffenkamp. Now he'll tie up the puck, trying to get it loose. Kowalchuk shot from the point, off the post. Oh, wow, and just not able to corral the puck. Edgar just could not bury that on a wide open net, but this is turning into a dangerous scramble here for the U of A. They've killed the penalty, but they got to get some control of the puck. And now it's going to be Brody Selman carrying it out. The ASU player's been out there for a long time. Now Selman with a chance over the line. Puck poked away, tries to feed it to Cusinelli. That one just hops up on him, and now it's ASU with speed coming back the other way. Schultz gets it over. Not able to get a shot there. ASU, man, being pressured by the back check. And Kylie Ram, he's got his stick stuck in the skate of a U of A player. Not really sure how that's not tripping, but Cusinelli will skate it over. Tries to feed Meyer. Cusinelli with a shot side of the net. Cusinelli tries to go back in front again. So that's an interesting call. Oh, wow, a big jump in here from ASU behind the defense. Matthew Hull on Deneen.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get him for a slashing.
Wow, I thought that was just a great play there from
Looks like
Hull.
the refs are going to talk about it. I thought that was good defense. It kind of looked like he...
So there's
interference.
An interference call. It's going to be a penalty shot.
I mean, it was a breakaway.
Hull, I mean, before we gave him kudos for a great defensive effort. So it's going to be Deneen, who was the goal scorer in the first, with a rare penalty shot here. Anthony Churro.
Taking the shot, number 23, Connor Deneen.
Deneen over the line with speed. And Churro stays right with him. What a huge moment in the turn of this hockey game.
Talk about momentum. They kill off the penalty. They get an unfortunate, you know, they give up an unfortunate penalty shot. Churro stands tall, makes himself big, comes out of the crease, backs away, uses his pads. I mean, if Arizona doesn't have momentum now, I don't know what's going to give them momentum.
You got to play for Churro here. He just saved probably the whole outcome of this game with that one stop, just because he's so cool, calm, and collected. And Matthew Hull, who is going to definitely take responsibility for what he did. He's an offensive guy. He could create something. But this is going to be a time where you step up for the guy who just held you in the game with 14:21 left.
Yeah,
what a
you owe him
crazy
one.
offensive sequence there.
Yeah, you definitely owe Churro one after that. I mean, give credit to ASU. They're down 3-1 in the Cactus Cup series. They came out to play.
But that's what you want to see from this U of A team. They need to get up for these big games and play to their full potential, and I still don't think we've seen it so far here, but a lot of time left to play.
Yeah.
Studioso wraps that one around. Plord, good stick handle, but Fritz comes over in support. Fisher can't get it loose. Plord with it now. Goes to skate it, maybe around the net. Feeds it out in front. Churro with a great heads-up play to put his stick down and block that cross-seam pass. That one into Shively skates. Churro kind of fans on it. They try to just lift it out in front. Plord just all over the place right now, creating a lot of offensive chances for ASU all on his own.
And I saw this in the first period when I was over there taking notes. It almost seems as if when Arizona State is in our zone, we look like we're on the PK.
Oh, a great play here. U of A trying to come down with speed. Stops up, throws it on net. Just cannot get the rebound. A great chance there for Connor Ziegler. Great thought process. Just throw it on the pads. Lusby just wasn't there. Now Ziegler again with a wraparound. That one stopped by Garber.
Yeah, that was a great shot. He hesitated, went off the pad, hoping for a rebound. Fritz was just a little bit too late coming down the left side.
Yeah, Ziegler put that into a spot where there was a lot of space. Garber kind of hesitates, has to come out to play this one, but it's going to be a U of A Marquis getting it to its first. Now Matthew Marquis in the boards of the battle. Ziegler with it again, trying to find some outlet. Tries to go back to the point. Timor can't hold that one in. Now Cameron Timor with McGrath draped all over him, but gets away from McGrath. Now down the wing, out in front. Oh, Matthew Marquis with the knee down, looking for the one-timer, and it gets broken up by the forecheck, but Cameron Timor coming down the wing, making things happen. Matthew Marquis, wow, that was a great chance there. He just cannot get stick on puck. And we're gonna get another face-off in the ASU zone. U of A's fourth line out here right now. We'll see if they can get something going energy-wise. Nice shot there on net. Marquis playing with Ziegler and Safrano.
I mean, that was a great play by Timor, coming up, trusting his skill set, bringing it down the right side. And, you know, Berman said one-timers are very important just because they create a lot of chances, and that's something that they've also been practicing. Just unlucky there.
Yeah, they create havoc. They make guys think twice about where that puck could go. And Marquis gets shut off along the boards by Hausworth. Now, good shift here. Selman tries to get it around the boards to Jones. Jones gets there first, goes down to Marshall. Marshall over to Selman. Selman looking for some support. Now Marshall back to the point. Jones over to Hull. Hull waits, tries to get the shot through, just can't get it there. Marshall. Oh, what an unlucky bounce off the boards. Marshall now with the puck again. Tries to go back to Jones. Jones with a shot. Garber shuts off that one. Now Selman in all alone on the forecheck. ASU will just bank that off the boards. And we're seeing that play more and more from ASU. Just dumps out of the zone. No attempt to really skate it out in transition. But a bad turnover there. That goes straight to Edgar. And
I mean, they're up 3-1. Just get it out of the zone whenever there's danger and hopefully maybe get a rush or set up your play. Looks like there's going to be a tripping there on Lowell.
Yeah, Kowalchuk tries to skate out of the zone all by himself. Selman gets the stick in.
Yeah.
And what an important penalty killer Brody Selman is. That's a big loss there on the PK. Kowalchuk just gets his feet moving. Selman gets the stick in. I'm not saying Kowalchuk's going to exactly fight through that and do all that he can to stay on his skates. But either way, another big penalty kill here, and just some undisciplined penalties coming from the U of A. So now ASU with control, get the call.
2 minutes for tripping. Time of that penalty, 9 minutes, 7 seconds in the first quarter.
And we've got another goal there from ASU. That one just comes off the boards, and it's just a little bang-in. So 7 seconds into the power play.
I don't even think Churro saw that puck. I think it came off the boards and it just squeaked through.
So that's the second shot that's going to come off the boards and go in for ASU. I mean,
that was almost slow motion, just trickled in over the goal line. I don't even think ASU knew it was in until they saw it sitting there.
So some unfortunate puck luck here for the U of A. Now down 4-1 in the second period. We have not seen this score line against the U of A in this building all season. So we'll get a redo of the puck drop here.
The assist goes to number 2, Connor Tillman. That's Kruk from Tillman on the power play. Time of the Sun Devil goal, 9 minutes, 14 seconds in the second period.
And I can tell you from the names on this score sheet here from ASU, these are not the usual suspects that are putting up points for ASU. But the U of A going to get a battle here. Lusby shot, tries to go back door, just can't connect. Now Lusby with it again. And that one will get it in on Garber. It'll be a meeting of the clans in front of the net. Lusby, though, with a good bounce back shift, able to create something. But this is a point for the U of A where you've got to try to harness some momentum and energy here. It just feels like ASU is, you know, they haven't dominated the play, but they have absolutely been opportunistic at every single point they can get.
Absolutely. They have just capitalized on every opportunity they've got. And you expect penalties, right, in a rivalry series. You expect the refs to try to keep it tame as they can. But you don't expect, you know, sloppiness, tripping. You expect stuff after the play, you know, physicality to ramp up. It's just sloppiness and unlucky breaks for Arizona right now.
U of A trying to generate something here, and they're going to draw a penalty of their own. So the effort, the forecheck is rewarded with a penalty, so the U of A going on a crucial power play. Yeah, these kind of ticky-tacky, chintzy penalties, you know, not necessarily chintzy, but just not the penalties you'd expect. Stick infractions. We had Cusinelli go for holding the stick.
Yeah.
It hasn't been the typical PIMs that you're writing in an ASU U of A game. But ASU is taking advantage of their power play opportunities, and the U of A is going to have to return the favor here with Johansson in to take the face-off against Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp able to win that one, but ASU not able to clear it. Wow, they actually are, though. Good second effort there from Larson. I thought the U of A were going to be able to keep that one in guaranteed. So they'll look to set up here. Got a broken stick in front of the ASU bench, so don't want to go through that lane. U of A will wrist it around, Garber. But U of A is able to hold it in.
Let's see if they can create a scramble in front of the net. That's how they got their first power play goal.
And that one just rolls off the stick of Cusinelli. Back to the point, Cusinelli over to Hole. Hole shot just wide. Lowell bats it in. Wow, Jesse Lowell, somehow that goal does not go. I mean, Jesse, it is incredibly difficult to get a stick on that puck bouncing around like that. But in slow motion, it just sails right over the net.
I mean, that's what you're talking about, though, right? Pucks on net create just absolute chaos in the crease. And that's what you saw there. Garber lost sight of the puck. Lowell just couldn't corral it. I mean, it was a wide open net. Let's see if they got a minute 17 to set something else up.
Good first half to this power play. It's not able to cash in yet, but the U of A will go back to work here.
Face-off win, so important.
Skates down, back to Hole at the point. Hole shot, loose in front. Johansson can't stuff it past Garber. Hole just can't judge that one and can't keep it in. A minute left on the power play. Matthew Hole brought his shooting stick tonight. He's looking for any chance he can get, and that's what should be happening. ASU is not getting in a lot of these shooting lanes, and he's getting through. Timor tries to get through a check and gets down. Not able to get to it. Now Cusinelli looks for a man, tries to feed it in behind the net. Garber has to come out and play it. That goes right to Orfanos. He can't hold it. Orfanos tries to stick with it. Now Lackey for ASU looking to get it out. Orfanos just pushes Lackey out of the way. This one comes into the slot, but Cusinelli can't get to it first. 25 seconds left on the power play, and ASU will drill that down. Ooh, a little bit of a scary one there on Churro if that would have took a hop, but comes straight in on him. 14 seconds left in the power play. U of A looking for some momentum. This crowd is ready to explode if they can give them a goal. Selman's going to try to come down the wing again. Orfanos, great hold up over to Timor. Timor can't get the shot through. And coming up the other way, it's going to be Deneen.
Yeah,
Deneen tries to feed it out.
He was out of the box ready for a breakaway. That's a lucky bounce for Arizona.
Yeah, Hoffenkamp and Deneen trying to come together to combine just as the penalty expired. But ASU is more than happy to play this if the U of A can't pressure him. Tries to spring Selman, but gets gloved down. Now Tillman dishes it behind the net. Fisher over to Orfanos. Orfanos can't get the handle. Tillman gets it back. Good block there from Christopher Fritz. He's in pain getting back up. Tillman with another shot. Churro flashes the leather. Fritz is really struggling to get back up here, laying the body on the line. So these are the times, you know, Churro with a huge penalty shot save. Now Fritz laying the body on the line, a guy who's, you know, always jovial and popular in the locker room. So the more this game unfolds, the more the U of A have to play for here. Down by 3 with 7:19 left in the second. Fritz is going straight down the tunnel.
It's unfortunate because he's a battler, you know. Yeah. He's a guy, he's on that third line. And he just puts his heart and soul into every game, and you see it on the ice. And you just saw it there. He put his body on the line in a rivalry game where you're down 4-1, right? Just keep fighting.
Yeah, the character it takes to, you know, obviously there's a lot of guys in this U of A team willing to get into the lanes, but Christopher Fritz laying it out. And, you know, he's taken a couple big hits during the season where I thought he wasn't going to return, and then poop, he's back on the bench again somehow, but this time he is just in a lot of pain. You know, there are parts where it just is not protected at all. And another quick shot here on Churro. It's going to be the U of A. Duke Litwin trying to skate over the line. He just loses the handle, and that's going to be an offsides.
And there's that speed of Litwin that's so dangerous. He just got ahead of himself, left the puck.
I'm sure all the U of A fans are relieved to see Litwin back in the lineup. You know, don't worry, he made it for picture day. He's in the team photo. You
got that pink jersey on. He's ready to play.
You won't miss his beautiful face, but he's still looking for that production. On picture day, he scored almost as many points as he had during the rest of the year, but this is a game where, you know, with Fritz going down, now Litwin, this is a chance here to step up. Litwin with a great opportunity that comes over to Ziegler. You know, I like to give it to Duke maybe a little bit more than the rest of the guys on the team. He just invites some, you know, some messing around with him a little bit, but God, he is a tenacious.
It just helps that he's the biggest Montreal fan, and they're awful.
But, oh, do not talk poorly about his halves. He does not take kindly to that. Maybe we could use one of the ASU guys chirping him about Montreal to get him going, but a great burst of speed
Heck
there.
of a hockey player, there's no doubt about that.
I mean, Litwin almost creates a goal opportunity there for Ziegler all on his own. Now Hull down the boards. He takes a hit. U of A trying to battle back here in what has been a tough outing so far on this Thursday night against ASU.
And this game is far from over. We got 26.5 minutes left. It's a rivalry game. Anything can happen, right? And Arizona's been very good in the TCC this year. Just got to pucks on net. You know, we've seen this team before. We beat them 3 times. But Arizona State came to play, and you know that's all it takes in a series, and then it snowballs. So let's hope Arizona can get back in this one and, you know, prevent that snowballing of this series.
And Arizona State, that has not had, you know, a very good season by their standards, they play differently when they're in this building against the U of A. Whatever score lines you see ASU put up against other teams, they're basically irrelevant because they they want to beat U of A more than probably anyone else in the entire country.
Yeah.
And tonight they've come into this building not willing to give up the Cactus Cup series just yet, but the U of A have a lot of time left to try to make something happen.
And Coach Berman says it all the time about ASU. Who cares about the rankings? It's Arizona, Arizona State. It's Cactus Cup. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, so Fisher trying to get a play here, but ASU able to come away with the puck. Now across the point, looking for a shot. Good block there by Marshall on Palmer. U of A trying to get control of this puck. ASU keeping it to the outside. Shively, I don't think he saw that one coming around, but a burst of speed here from Lackey. Another dangerous shot there, but Churro able to deflect it. Now we'll see how the U of A can break out. They look for that stretch pass up the middle to Lowell, but Palmer is having none of that and gloves it down.
They've tried that several times tonight, just flop it over that lob pass neutral zone.
And now Jesse Lowell with some time and space. Lowell with a good low shot, looking for a rebound for Selman. Just not able to get there as the back check took Selman off the puck. Now ASU over the line, trying to skate into the middle. Good move there by Deneen.
Give Garber credit. His rebound control has been excellent tonight.
Now another chance developing for the U of A. 2-on-3 though. A good power move to the middle by Orfanos. Or that was Lowell actually. Just not able to keep his stick on the puck. Now Larson gets in on the one-man forward check on Hedgecoke, but the U of A will look to break it out again. The linesmen have been really hugging the boards on these breakout passes. Either the U of A needs to ask them politely to let us just have those, but ooh, a tip there from Johansson. Garber was quick to respond. That tip took a lot of speed off that puck. 4:26 left in the second.
This is the most pressure we've seen from Arizona since the first 2 minutes of the period.
And this is what they're capable of. They're just, you know, you've seen some teams take the U of A lightly, and the U of A have punished them. I'm not sure if the U of A is coming in here taking ASU a little lightly with the depleted roster and where they've been in the standings, but the U of A are still looking to play up to their full potential here tonight. Meyer can't get anything going. That one sails into the penalty box. It's been empty now for a little bit, and especially comparing it to, say, that UNLV series where I didn't think there'd be any ice left in front of the penalty boxes by the end of it.
Yeah.
But the tone has not felt very chippy. There hasn't been a lot of after whistle stuff. There haven't been guys jawing at each other and going back and forth. It's been relatively tame, and if you're down by 3 like the U of A, maybe you don't want to continue that. Cusinelli with a shot. Garber has to punch that one out.
Or maybe you do if you're Arizona. Make it feel like an ASU U of A rivalry.
Yeah, I think a little bit of intensity could go a long way for the U of A here, but Hedgecoke at the point, shot with a lot of traffic out in front. Johansson trying to provide the screen, and the shot gets in on Garber. And yeah, at this point, I mean, down 3, it just becomes a flurry of opportunities. You got to unleash absolutely anything and everything. Meyer trying to get a shot, fans on that one. ASU now try to go down the boards.
And I can't imagine how big a goal would be right now for U of A. The mindset, the mentality going in for the second intermission to be down 2 versus be down 3, right? A 2-goal lead's the most dangerous lead in hockey. We all know that. But to be down 3 in your home ice, you got to think of the toll that takes. I'm not saying this team can't come back, because anything's possible, right? And this team's talented enough. But you just got to think about the mindset going in if you're down 2 versus down 3.
Oh yeah, a 4-goal period is far from out of the question for this U of A team, but it's going to be a matter of obviously playing the way they are right now, though. I don't know if it's going to get them there. And it is easy for us in the box to say all these things about how they should be playing. If you throw us down there on the ice, we'll die. So don't try to think that we know, we think we know what we're talking about all the time. It's just, we know what this U of A team is capable of, and I don't think we've seen it as much so far in terms of the dynamic offensive potential.
Yeah.
Or even the physical potential. I don't think they've played as hard against ASU as they have at other times.
I think establishing physical dominance, right, in your own building is a very big part of this U of A team, and I don't think we've seen that.
Timor goes on a one-man mission and rings the pipe. Cameron Timor, self-pass, gets down, great shot, beats Garber, and that's the second time Cusinelli and Timor have absolutely banked one off the post. Good effort here from Ziegler to create some chances. Lusby tries to feed it out in front. That's still loose.
And you said it earlier. I mean, these refs are choking these whistles. They are not. They're letting them play as of right now.
Bit of a Keystone Cops moment. Now Churro with a little bit of an adventure. Still behind the net loose, but the U of A will get control of that as ASU was going for a line change. So between Timor and Cusinelli, 2 posts. You talk about what ifs and what could have been, but at the end of the day, the U of A is still down by 3 here, but that play from Timor, they need more of that from every guy up and down this roster. And now Clayton Lackey, fast, dynamic forward. He'll chip it in and go for a change.
And Timor, a very physical guy, right? He's a big physical presence on this team. It's nice to see, you know, him use that finesse skill set a little bit.
Yeah, Marshall up here with a chance. Marquis tries to get one on goal, and that one gets blocked out of the net. If you came up to me and told me a game I missed, hey, someone absolutely blew someone up at center ice last night, I would say, well, it was Timor, right? That's just what he.
Selman.
Bro, Duke Litwin with the huge hit at center ice. No,
I mean, we did see Brody Selman blow someone up at the blue line, and we're seeing Timor with the finesse coming down the right side.
Yeah, a little bit of a roll switch here, but love to see Timor.
If it works, it works.
If it works,
we just need to see it work.
So U of A trying to get a little bit of pressure here, hold it in for a bit. Marshall now pins it up against the boards in a battle with McGrath. Still stuck up against the boards there, and ASU is going to love this with 1 minute left in the second. 1 minute remaining. Out in front, Marquis with a shot, gets deflected, doesn't get in. Now Marshall trying to hold it in, loses possession of it to Hoffenkamp, and Hoffenkamp will get out of the zone. Big burst of speed, drops it off to Lackey. Lackey tries to go back to Hoffenkamp, just can't connect. Now out in front looking for Lackey. Selman trying to get up on his horse, and Lackey is just draped over him. He can't get a break. Now Hoffenkamp again for ASU. He'll take a shot on the blocker. They look like they're really looking for that blocker side on Churro. Orfanos can't skate it out. 20 seconds left in the second. Trying to go up the boards to Lowell. Lowell can't hold on to it. Now Orfanos, 12 seconds left in the second. Orfanos tries to go over the line. Now Lowell. Not sure what we're going to get here. Maybe an offsides?
Yeah, it seems like it was a delayed offsides.
Orfanos and his man were tied up. So with 8 seconds left, this will come back outside the ASU zone. And it's time for one of those intermission pep talks from Berman. I know just how scary that man can be, and I'm hoping the team might see that side of him. 4 seconds left. Hedgecock will just skate this behind the net. And that'll end the second period.
And I know we say this every game, but I want Berman mic'd up. Because what is he saying, right? You're down 4-1 on home ice to your rival, right? What does he say? Does he bring out the anger side, or does he just let the players talk? Because we've seen that before as well. You know, they were down at home a game earlier in the season, and I asked him post-game, and he said, I said nothing, right? The players did all the talking. You know, this is a rivalry game, so maybe that's all it takes is the seniors, Cusinelli, to say, look, guys, we're down 4-1 to ASU. You know, is that how you want to end the night?
Yeah, if we mic'd up Berman in the locker room, it could be a mix between we need to buy an industrial bleep button or it'll just be white noise and silence.
Exactly,
it could be one of the two. But this is a game where the U of A, I mean, yeah, you do have a 3-1 lead in the Cactus Cup Series. You're not battling for your life tonight. But this is the, you know, as a Bruins fan, I remember the Flyers, and I remember what can happen when you sit back and think a lead is safe in a series.
Yeah, but also as a Bruins fan, you remember came back from a 4-1 in Game 7.
I've got a lot of mixed memories and emotions. They're all jumbled in there in some bundle of anxiety and fear and happiness, but either way.
At the end of the day, we know this U of A team is talented enough that this lead can be completely erased, right? Just depends on what team comes out. And you expect them to. It's a rivalry game. It's ASU. It's Cactus Cup.
Definitely.
But I will say we got to give credit to ASU. They came to play. Garber has played great tonight. His rebound control is just excellent. So we'll see what adjustments U of A makes in the intermission.
Definitely. We'll see what team comes out of that locker room in the third. Sebastian Janik, Matt Tiart. We will be back to bring you the third period in just a little bit. How's it going? I'm Sebastian Janik here with Matthew Hull. Coming off a couple, hard-fought battles here at the TCC Tucson Arena. What was the environment like in those games against UNLV? The results didn't quite go your way, but you had a couple huge plays that led, especially pushing it to overtime on Friday. How much do those games mean against a team like that going into the national tournament?
They mean a lot, man. UNLV's a great team, and obviously they're highly ranked, and we were pretty short-staffed too, so I think with the way we played and for how deep we were with the lineup, I thought our team really came out and we gave it our best shot. Unfortunately, the outcome wasn't the way we wanted it, but yeah, I thought we played pretty well.
Yeah, and we're moving here into the last homestand of the season. The last time playing in front of the fans for at least this season. It's been pretty amazing to see people back in the building. You guys are playing in front of crowds again. What has this season meant to you coming back after so long off the ice with all the issues you guys faced?
Yeah, it's been crazy, man. The support, especially this season versus past seasons, with the amount of fans we've been getting in the crowd has been nuts. The support's been crazy. Just as far as the people in the building, it's been so fun to play in front of too. So it's super easy to get up for a game when you got that many fans cheering you on.
Yeah, and we've got another chance to bring the Cactus Cup back to the U of A once again with this homestand coming up. How much has winning that cup meant to you in previous seasons, and how much would it mean again to bring it back and keep it at the U of A?
Yeah. The Cactus Cup games are probably, if not my favorite games of the season. They mean so much just with the rivalry versus ASU, and from what it's meant to past players, the alumni. There's so much more behind the games than just the Cactus Cup itself. So they're one of the best games of the year easily.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
Because of Eller, I've had once-in-a-lifetime opportunities.
I've learned to step outside of my comfort zone.
Eller has given me a platform to bridge my technical skills into managerial skills.
Because of Eller, I've grown my professional network.
Because of Eller, I am more passionate about my goals.
I've met amazing people.
Because of Eller, I have endless opportunities.
I am more involved in my community.
I've been able to enhance my public speaking, which led me to get my internship this summer.
I've started taking more initiative in my life.
Because of Eller, I have a home here at the U of A.
I'm Javier.
I'm Vikas.
I'm Sariska.
I'm Natalie.
I'm Itzel.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Javier.
I am Paola.
I'm Brent.
I'm Katya.
I'm Jason.
I'm Sean.
I am Vedashri.
I'm Jennifer. I am Eller.
And we are back at the TCC. Tom Callahan, Sebastian Janik back here for period number 3. Not the best second period for the University of Arizona. They give up a pair, and now they're down 4-1 here coming into the third. But Sebastian, just you and I talking off air and kind of kicking it around a little bit. I still don't feel like this is quite a 4-1 game. It's a little bit of an odd contest right now. I don't think U of A has played that poorly, that it merits a 4-1 score, but by the same token, they just really haven't cashed in on some of the chances they've had.
Well, Jesse Lowell had probably the most dangerous chance of the period. It was an incredibly difficult play to try to bat a puck out of the net. Surprising here, it looks like Bavolsic is coming in for Anthony Churro. I was just about to say the third goal that beat Churro high blocker side was incredibly uncharacteristic for him. He was kind of off his angle, and he had a great look at it. He just didn't get it. So maybe Churro not feeling 100% at the moment, so Coach Berman's going to go with Bavolsic here for the third period. He's probably going to get the start on Saturday too. This is the first time all season we've seen the Berman make a goalie change, but Churro having an uncharacteristically, not soft game, but just not making the saves that he typically does.
Well, there's also the thought too that perhaps you give Bibb the third period here, come back with Churro on Saturday, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got at least 20 minutes left to go in this one, and we are underway here in the third period. And right now, ASU trying to jump in on the attack here. Maybe looking for a knockout blow, but back the other way. Here comes Arizona. They'll wedge it into the right wing corner and give chase. Ziegler after it, sending it around to the far side. Big hit in behind the play as well.
A little bit of a different line look here for the U of A. Orfanos, good to see Fritz back on the ice after
Absolutely,
going out.
I was going to mention that.
So Orfanos, Fritz, and Ziegler, not a line combo we've seen before. And
trying to get a little energy going out there, and I don't blame Arizona, although now a little slow to get out is Ziegler after taking a hit there. Puck right in on net is steered aside, but yeah, you got to generate something, right? The crowd is there, you hear them, they want to get into it. Big crowd tonight. The energy is still in the building. U of A needs to just let it out.
And another, I will say this is more than I've maybe seen it recently, where they try to get the puck up the boards and the linesmen just seem to be unable to get out of the way. Jesse Lowell with a great effort draws that.
So Lowell generates an early power play here to start the third period, and that is huge for Arizona. As the Wildcats will go on to the power play once again. They do have a power play goal in this one. It was their only goal of the game back in the first period. Tripping is the call. And that one comes just 1:13 into the third period.
So with a lot of time left in this third period to get back into this game, U of A going to get a great chance here to try to chip away at this lead.
Number 7, Jeff Cowsworth. 2 minutes for tripping. Time penalty, 1 minute, 13 seconds in the third period.
And now U of A, boy, a great chance at the side of the net. They're trying to keep it going here. Broken stick on the play belonging to an ASU defender. They'll walk it in. There's a shot ripped high around the glass, and out it goes. That'll allow Arizona State to switch out some personnel here. Osworth in the box for the tripping call. And it is sent down the ice. So the Wildcats once again back on the regroup here. Hull and Timor out there on defense.
Lackey shadowing both of them, but good breakout here for Orfanos.
Orfanos will throw it in around the right side. Timor up top. Hull looking back to Timor near dot. Cross ice feed. Meyer in front, shot, save, rebound, Orfanos denied. Timor on a bouncing puck. They'll carry it up to the blue line, leave it off on the right side for Hull. He'll send it down low. Chance off the iron. Another goal post hit for Arizona. Here's Hull up top looking for a lane. His shot is blocked. Rebound kicks back towards him. And the clear by Arizona State. Half minute to go on the power play. Bavolsic will feed it way back up to Timor quickly. Timor in, leaving it off. Orfanos, a shot save made. Meyer getting it back. Orfanos drives behind the net. Hill into the circle, a shot, and the save made once again and held by Garber.
Selman trying to go bar down from basically at the goal line, hits the crossbar. Garber is going to have to start naming the post on this goal and thank him after the game, because that's 3 posts here from the U of A, and especially those 2 first ones from Cusinelli and Timor were absolutely labeled and just came flying out the other side after the post. That one, Selman with a creative move. But 15 seconds left on this power play. Still time to create something if they can win this offensive face-off.
And the draw pushed right in front of the net, cleared to the right point, not out. Fisher holding it in, long shot, blockered away. Shively, left point, sending it onto the left half boards. Arizona trying to cycle the puck. Here's Fisher up top, shot tipped just wide. Shively on the half wall, power play has come to an end. But Arizona keeps the pressure on. They'll try to cycle. Here's Marquis. Getting that one around. Ziegler. Ziegler fights it up to the line. Long shot in. Blocked in front. Didn't get through. Fritz posted up in front. Got the worst of that collision. Puck the other way. Quick shot. Pavalsik makes the save in his first test, as he hangs on to that wrister right there from Plord.
So Pavalsik gets a pretty slow start to this third period. It's the first shot we've seen on him, I believe, in the first almost 4 minutes now, but Plord using his speed. And, you know, ASU has seemed to be a bit of a, counter-attack dependent team so far. The flow of the play can be in their own end. They kind of just hang around and wait, and then it's that quick transition up the ice generates a chance, and Plord gets in there. Biv has to make a good save to keep this a 3-goal game.
Arizona on the attack once again, pushing in on the right wing side. Selman towards the net, and that one is kicked out. Lowell on the rebound, tried to walk in front, had his pocket picked, and Arizona State in no hurry to move it up the ice. They'll wait for a moment here and reset. Just past 4 minutes into the third.
Yeah, with a 3-goal lead here, it's ASU holding back and sitting back, but that results in this offensive chance here.
Selman a long shot in there, and Garber couldn't hang on to it. Let's see if U of A can capitalize. Play continues on. Selman on that right side over there looking for a little bit of help. Marshall trying to help out. Puck flipped out and down the ice. It'll bounce right in on Pavalsik. He'll sweep it aside to Timor. U of A loading up, trying to move up the ice quickly. They tip it down. And now we'll go for the change. And you're right, we're seeing the line shuffled a little bit here. Except for this one, Cusinelli, Johansson, and Meyer still together. Meyer tried to kick it into the zone. Looking to follow it up. Johansson keeps it in. Johansson right side to Meyer. Meyer in front, looking for Johansson off his skate. Hitting the side of the net, and Garber holds.
And one thing ASU has done a very good job of is clogging up the boards, not allowing those simple passes around the boards, not allowing, to just kind of outlet and keep things to the outside so you could eventually get it to the middle. ASU's been really stacking up on the boards. If the U of A could get it centered a little bit more, they might be able to take advantage of that.
Face off wing, Cusinelli rolling puck hole, drove it wide. And now back up the left wing side, Arizona State. Just flip one in. Pavalsik playing the rolling puck away. Johansson up to Cusinelli. His pass went off the skates of Larson. Arizona on the regroup. 5:20 gone by here in the third. 4-1, Arizona State in the lead. Hole, right wing pass for Meyer. That one knocked away from him, tied up at the line. Meyer able to battle it in, and it pops right back out.
These board battles have been fierce all through this game. U of A able to get a couple guys out though on a line change during that board battle, so hopefully some fresh legs that can get something sprung here.
Here's Fritz on the right side. Curls up to the right point, sends it around the wall, ends up in behind the net where it's handled there by DeBolt, and he'll get it out. Chance now streaking up the left side with Studioso looking for the stretch there. And Arizona State maybe going to try to play a little fast and loose with those stretch passes with a 3-goal cushion. Right back comes Orfanos, right wing, wrist shot, set it high. Wraps its way all the way around and back down.
They've been looking for that stretch pass with a guy cherry picking at the blue line even before they had this 3-goal lead. So I can imagine now with that cushion, you can just send a guy up there and say you give up one, that's the worst case scenario, but Orfano's here with a nice move and a burst of speed.
Long shot in, blockered away into the netting as Garber punching that one out of play. 6:36 gone here in the third. 4-1 Arizona State. Same two teams back at it at noon on, or pardon me, 1 p.m. on Saturday. If you want to join us down here at the TCC. And as a reminder, all students are admitted free with your student ID. Just come on down, show it at the box office. They'll get you a ticket and get you right in. Great crowd on hand here tonight. It's Arizona State moving in for a chance. Wrist shot, Pavalsik the save, and he hangs on to that wrister from Kylie Ram. And a nice job keeping the rebound tied up.
Yeah, Kylie Ram kind of generates something out of nothing there. It looks like a broken play as he takes a hit and goes down to the ice, but doggedly stays on the puck, and they get odd men into the offensive zone for the U of A, but Bibbs able to make the stop and get a reset here.
Marquis trying to push it ahead, but once again, Sun Devils on the reset here as they'll move it back into the Arizona end of things. Up on the forecheck, Deneen couldn't get to the puck, cleared, hit the ref. Doesn't go out, Lusby lost it in his skates. He's tied up on the boards. Trying to get it out of there. Sifrino can't clear, sent right back in on Pavalsik. He'll leave it for Fisher. Fisher out the left side with some speed. He'll skate it through center. Fisher weaving at the line, offside.
Almost such a great rush there from Fisher. Just those couple extra stick handles. It's so hard to time for the other guys coming across the line with him. And with 12:26 left here in the third, time is running out.
Delay a game against Arizona because Fisher flipped the puck over the glass and into the crowd after the whistle. So they'll give him an unsportsmanlike is what it's actually called, but I figured they were going to call something there.
I think he's just trying to flick it off the boards in frustration.
Well, he was.
But yeah.
He was, but he missed.
Yeah.
And so he put the puck out of play. They had to go get a new one, and that'll put you in the box. It's a hard penalty to take. It's a bad penalty to take, but.
And after generating such a good rush too, but ASU will get another chance here on the power play. Meyer with a good job to force that one out of the zone, but with 12:19 left, you got to get aggressive even on the shorthanded play here, I think.
Number 6, Ryan Fisher, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of that penalty, 7 minutes, 34 seconds in the third period.
So once again, Arizona State to the power play. Left side, here's Plord with it. Cross ice, there's a shot, and that one, Bibb moving to his right, shot back to his left, but the puck just missed the net entirely. Tied up in behind the goal, swung around, and Plord cuts it off at the left point. Try to feed it down low, hit Marshall. He can't get it out of the zone. On the right wing, there's a rolling puck, and that one is blocked out of play. Face-off will stay inside the zone.
Good
1:16 to go on the power play.
Good job. Hedgecote gets in the lane there, is willing to block that one. Things have just felt a little bit off here for this U of A team. As you said, this maybe shouldn't feel like a 4-1 game with the post hit and the chances. And it's just this U of A team doesn't seem to have the same pop and life we've seen out of them at times, but with 11:42 left in the game coming up on Saturday.
Draw one back to the right point as Arizona State continuing to work the power play clock here. Puck at the right point. And now they're just going to play a little catch with a look at her shooting angle. There's a chance blocked in front, and that one staggers Jones. Puck is not out of the zone. Jones is back up, but clearly he is limping a little bit there. Finally cleared out by the Wildcats.
Might have got dead leg there a little bit. Just seems like they gave out on him and couldn't put any weight on it.
Arizona State back on the left side. Big hit on Kowalchuk there. And now a chance in the slot. Shot fought off by Pavalsik. Rebound is cleared down the ice.
Not the cleanest penalty kill, but certainly a bit of a frantic effort-driven one there.
As long as the puck stays out. Down to 20 seconds to go on the man advantage for Arizona State. Yeah, a 4-1 lead, and we are ticking our way towards the halfway mark of this third period. Hedgecock after the puck roller. He'll send it around the far side. Out of the box comes Fisher. Arizona has killed it off. And now a chance in front. Fisher headed to the bench for the change. Puck kept onside, but now it's turned over to Marquis. Marquis has Timor with him. Marquis left side in, wrist shot, and that one was blocked. Ends up in behind the net.
Marquis, fresh off the bench, had a big burst of speed there. Just can't get the shot around the ASU defenseman.
Instead, the Sundevils push back in. A centering feed there goes through the slot from Deneen. And now joining the rush is Hole. Hole will move ahead as Marquis with him. Hole on the right wing, looking to swing it in front. Got it on net, but Garber had the pad down and puts the mid over it. Just past the halfway mark here at period number 3. 9:47 to go. 4-1 ASU. And now, really, Sebastian, as you mentioned, I mean, you're really going to throw everything you've got at Arizona State right now.
Yeah, this becomes time. I mean, I'm never going to advocate for sloppy defense and missed reads and all that, but there's just got to be a point where you put full throttle offensive pressure. Maybe take a chance with a pinch. You know, maybe cheat a little bit up on that blue line, something to just try to get the pressure on here. Because if you lose, goal differential does matter in the ACHA. So I can't say a loss is a loss, but the offensive power.
Here's a turnover in the slot, and Selman trying to bust in, looking to go to the backhand. He was pulled down. There will be a penalty out of this. Arizona to the power play, but oh my, what a chance on the turnover.
Brody Selman almost capitalizes on one of the rare mental errors we've seen from ASU so far. And he just gets the legs hacked out from under him and goes flying to the boards. Good to see he's no worse for wear from that. So another big power play opportunity here with 9:30 left. Still enough time to get 3 back. It's got to start here, though.
Kruk into the box for Arizona State.
Number 27, Connor Kruk, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of that penalty, 10 minutes, 30 seconds in the third period. Put your Wildcats on a Hogan Transportation power play.
Instead, a shorthanded chance, perhaps. Here's Hoffenkamp trying to move in, lost the rolling puck. And now quickly back the other way. Here's Arizona. Selman on the left side, leaves it for Orfanos. Orfanos to the dot, cross ice, Timor, score! Cameron Timor, a wrist shot that beats Garber through the wickets. A power play marker for U of A, and they pull within 2.
Cameron Timor loves to jump into the play when he gets a chance, and that is why. Jumps up there, takes a great pass, settles it down, and goes 5-hole on Garber as he tries to go from left to right. And Cameron Timor has given this building and this team life when they needed it. Cameron Timor, such a clutch player for this U of A team. With that rush coming over the line between Selman, Orfanos, and Timor, great effort all around, and a great heads-up play there from Selman to create some space, drop it back, and a great pass and finish by Timor.
And now it's a 4-2 hockey game.
Arizona Wildcat goal, given to number 9, Cameron Timor. The assist goes to number 7, George Orfanos, and number 20, Brody Selman. That's Timor from Orfanos and Selman on the power play. Time of your Wildcat goal, 10 minutes, 58 seconds in the third period.
Bovalsic has to come way out to play it. We will get a whistle, and they're going to put the faceoff all the way back down the ice, it looks like. On a hand pass from Arizona State. Maybe they were saying an intentional offside there because they did not peel out of the zone and they kept pursuing. That sounds more likely.
Yeah, I was thinking of intentional offsides too. So with a bit of life and a new feeling, like 8:28 left, down by 2.
Face off to the right of the Arizona State goal. 8:28 to go in the third. 4-2 Arizona State. U of A wins a draw. Quick shot, and the save made there by Garber.
Good job there from Lowell. Tries to shoot low, knows he's got guys crash into the net looking for a rebound. But a big face-off win. Those face-off wins here could be huge if they could pile up.
Draw to the right of Garber once again. Arizona controls. Quick shot, and again, Garber forced to make a save. Keep throwing pucks at him.
A little bit of like a Matrix deja vu there for a moment. Basically the exact same play off the face-off. And Lowell tries to rip another one on Garber, but it's just right into the chest.
Well, why not try to win another one straight back here? This time Arizona State ends up with the puck, but they almost turn it over behind the net to Lowell. And that one cleared to the line. Did it get over? Yes, it did. U of A must tag up. And now, puck sent down. Big hit in the corner. Lowell in behind the play, getting into a big collision there as it looked like he ran into, let's see, that is Kruk back there.
Yeah, Lowell absolutely blew him up.
He likes to throw the shoulder. Lowell is a guy who can really get things going along with Selman, and you put that line out there, you just say, hey, get out there, guys. Marshall knocked down as the puck is sent in. Arizona will go to the change. Marshall up on the forecheck, played away from him on the near side to Plord.
This is a little bit more of the usual ASU U of A feeling that we have. Lowell absolutely buries Kruk, and then it's Plord putting the body into Marshall.
Now walking in front, here's a chance, and that would have sent wide on the glove side by Lackey. Now golfed back out of play. And the faceoff should go outside here, and it will. Or will it not? Let's see. Referee motioning it back inside. I thought that one just went straight out.
Must have ruled it was deflected. But yeah, Jesse Lowell before that hit, he had another good hit along the boards. Kind of circled around in the zone, got the legs moving and threw another huge hit. So
face off to the left of Pavalsik. Quick chance in the slot. What a stop by Pavalsik. Oh, he got the right arm on that one. What a stop.
What an amazing reflex save right there. I mean, that shot basically developed out of nothing, and Pavalsik with absolutely no hesitation. What a save.
Unreal. Plord was absolutely robbed.
Biv doing his job here in relief for Anthony Churro, keeping the U of A in this game.
Arizona wins the faceoff. They come back to tie it. Remember that one. Orfanos on the right side. Working in after a rolling puck. Now here's a chance from the off angle. Wrapping it around behind the net is Fritz. Fritz still with it, feeding into the point. Fisher lets it go wide. Orfanos to Fritz. Orfanos to help out in the pile. Banks it to Fisher. All the way down low. His shot missed the net. Around to the left point. Shively holding it in. Shively tries to walk around his man. Still battling for it over there. U of A keeps it in. Shively into the corner. Centering feed. Here's a chance. A blocker save. Rebound goes behind the net. Marquis arriving on the change. They'll try to keep the momentum going here. Marquis. And he ran into a man behind the net. Tried to wrap it in front. U of A trying to change out this forward line behind the play. Arizona State finally able to move it out. Lackey will send it down.
Suffocating forecheck there from U of A, able to generate multiple chances from puck support and puck battles along the boards.
6 minutes to go here in the third. 4-2 your score. Here's Lusby up the right side. Moving in after it. Rimmed away from him. Onto the far wall. It's tipped out to center. Now up the right side. Here's Demon. Demon with speed, attacking, spins, looking for an option. Didn't have one. Edgecote trying to battle it away from Demon, who sticks on him. Send it behind the net. Soprano playing it up the glass. It bounces high in the air, comes down in the slot. Marquis able to at least nudge it over the line. Now here's Lusby up. Lusby on the left side. Curls, looking for help. Lusby into the high slot area. Shot tipped wide. Rebound behind the net. U of A trying to put the pressure on. Timor able to keep it down there. Fed to the far side. Here's Selman over after it. Selman electing to play the body instead of the puck. And that allows Arizona State to clear, but this will be an icing.
Selman tried to just settle that puck in the slot, go for the perfect shot, takes a big hit for his troubles. Timor got cross-checked up in the face on that last play. Good thing he's got the cage there. Ref's hand stayed down. Timor not happy with the way that ended up.
I was wondering if we're going to get a call on that one, but 5 minutes even left to go in this third period. We'll see if we get a little bit of let them play as Arizona State takes a timeout after that icing call.
Well, if we do get the let them play mentality, what you want to just see is it be equal for both teams. You know, we just saw what, you know, happened to Timor. He takes his hands and stick up high. If you're going to keep the arms down for that with 5 minutes left in a good game so far, I can maybe see that, but this sets up the scenario where if the U of A does the same thing and they get a penalty called against them, that's where that call looks even worse. So we'll see how the refs decide to figure out this last 5 minutes of a game that has not had too much bad blood. It hasn't had, you know, kind of that angry, feisty, just kind of deep hatred game we sometimes get from U of A ASU. You know, we've seen a little bit here in the third with some bigger hits thrown, guys getting a little bit more physical. Especially the after whistle stuff has been almost non-existent so far.
Face-off will be to the right of the Arizona State goal. Garber has seen two get past him. Selman try to pull this draw back. And he does, snaps it to the left point. Jones on it, feeding it around the wall. Hits skates on the way through, and Arizona State able to move it the other way. They'll break 3-on-2. Nice job by Jones, just absolutely thwarted that rush on the wall.
Great technical defensive play there by him.
And now back the other way, here's Selman. And on the left side, wrist shot, and that one is knocked away to the corner. Selman, another chance. That one tipped behind the net. Sundevils off the glass, out to center, backing up on it, hole over the left side. Here's Jones. Pass into the skates of Dawson Marshall. Cleared back down the ice. 4:18 and counting to go in the third. Arizona needs a pair to tie it up, trailing 4-2. Pass is tipped out to center. And now it's moved up by Fisher on the right side. Tried to juke his way inside. Puck is sent back over to the near wall. Johansson up to the point. Shively shot. Did not get through. Turned instead out to center by Tillman. He'll dump it down. They wave off icing. Pavalsik teeing it up. Arizona once again with speed through center. Long pass Meyer right side. Trying to walk in on the wing. Knocked away from him. Cleared around to the far side. Diebold can't get it out. There's a shot. That one behind the net. And Arizona State able to clear it out to center. Fisher tried to step up, but instead it gets past him. Here's Plord in with a wrister. Blocker save. Pavalsik doesn't know where the rebound is. It comes down to the slot. Johansson able to move it away. Johansson on the left side. He'll just dump it deep. U of A, 5 fresh legs over the boards, and see if they can keep this energy up for the next 3:13 and counting.
Plord tries to go a high blocker, the same place he beat Anthony Churro, but this time Biv says no. What a dangerous play there. I don't think Plord had much of an angle to shoot, but still Biv didn't seem like in too much of a hurry to get back into his net.
And there's a reason for that, because Plord was behind the goal line. The only way that puck's going in is if it banks off the goaltender. So don't give him a target.
That's true.
Puck tipped down. Now Pavalsik has to come out to tip it away. And Arizona right back the other way, led by Orfanos. Orfanos in, cutting through to the slot, chipped it into the corner. Behind the net, too hard for Fritz. Arizona State to take it out the other way. 2.5 to go here in regulation. 4-2 Arizona State. Puck tied up in behind the Wildcats net. Timor out with it. Timor looking for a place to put it. Ends up just slotting it through center where it's dumped right back in. Arizona trying to clear the zone, and Lowell will bring it up the left side. He'll leave it up top. Wrist shot. That one is tipped away as Selman. Had his stick checked by Tillman.
Good defensive play there. Brody has a great shot. Just could not get that one away.
Long pass by Pavalsik, turned over at center. Again, we'll kind of keep an eye on the net here. See if down 2, Chad Berman wants to pull the goaltender or not. He did not last time. Here's Marshall in with a high shot over top of the net. Left point, Shively holding it in. Now let's see if U of A can get some zone time here. Puck flipped out of play over the glass. And I don't think they're going to hand out a delay penalty on that one. It does prevent ASU from changing, but now it looks like Arizona's going to call its timeout. They will pull Bavalsic. 1:27 to go in the third. Trailing by 2, the Wildcats will go 6-on-5 here and try to generate a couple.
And so far this period, this has been a little bit indicative of how the whole game has gone. Regardless of the scoreboard, the U of A have had the better of the play. They've been able to shut down the most, dangerous chances. Biv absolutely robbed one, I will say that. But in terms of a quality period, you get that one goal to fight back, but the offense just has not quite been there. And Garber's been very sharp in net as well, not giving the U of A any soft goals at any point. So setting up for a good contest here on Saturday, that 1 p.m. afternoon game where these teams will go back at it once again. And unless something drastic changes here in the third period, the Cactus Cup is going to be a 3-2 series advantage for the U of A with a chance to win it at home on Saturday.
But in the meantime, we have 1 minute and 27 seconds left here. It will be 6-on-5. Selman, Lowell, Orfanos, Hole. Try to pick out who else is out there. Cusinelli into the right wing corner after it. Puck behind the net. Fed to the left point. Too hot for Jones to handle. Out to center it goes. Valuable seconds ticking off the clock as Hole dealing with a rolling puck all the way behind his own cage. Arizona, Hole walks right up the middle, leaving it off in the slot. A backhand up in the air, and that ends up in the netting. Face-off stays inside the Sun Devil zone.
Hole with a good, smart move there to just, if you're given the middle of the ice, take it and get up there. He tries to do a little chip self-pass. Neither him nor Selman can handle it. 59 seconds left. Going to be a rush to a goal here.
Huge face-off here. Arizona wins it. Jones, left point, sends it through traffic, just missed the net. Pull down for the right point, pinching off his body, he keeps it alive. There's a centering feed. Cusinelli cutting to his left. Rolling puck, his shot tipped out of play. So once again, the face-off will stay inside the Sun Devils territory to the right of goaltender Eric Garber.
This last minute or so, you can see the U of A pressing as hard as they can.
Selman pulling it back, long shot in, and that is held.
The thing that I would say, though, is that this type of push is what the U of A is capable of doing. You just want to see it for a full 60 minutes. I think there's been, a couple of games throughout this season where we just haven't seen that constant 60-minute effort. And in a game to clinch the Cactus Cup, you really hope it's going to be there on Saturday.
Arizona State able to control that draw, but Hole stepping up, pinching at the right point, able to keep it in, and now it's cleared out. The net remains empty for Arizona. 30 seconds to go. Jones, right side, Hole. Threads the pass, left wing to Lowell. Lowell cutting in the slot, his feet across, went off a skate. Jammed around the far side, and that puck will make its way onto the zone. 10 seconds to go. Lowell back in. Trying to leave it off. Cusinelli couldn't get a chance. Sent into the corner. Selman after 3 seconds to go. And that's going to do it. Arizona State comes up with a big 4-2 win over the University of Arizona here today. And Sebastian, that's a tough one for Arizona. And as you mentioned, we saw fits and starts of the energy that they needed, of the play they needed, but it just wasn't consistent.
It wasn't, and I think they'd be the first guys to admit that. They know what they're capable of. We saw it against UNLV and Minot. Two teams that on paper are much better than ASU, but on paper doesn't mean a whole lot in these Cactus Cup games because ASU is going to play above whatever you might think they would be able to. And the U of A here just did not have their best effort of the season. We've seen what they can do in this building, and it's just, going down 4-1 coming into the third, the energy, or not maybe the energy, but I think they were probably a little bit surprised by the score line coming into the third. Obviously, you never expect to lose a game, but you certainly don't expect that type of score line in a game where this is one of the few times in this building where they've given up 4-1, and they try to claw back. They get that power play goal, but in the end, it's just not enough.
Arizona State has now won 3 in a row. And for a team that came in 7-12 into this game, they have now put another one in the win column. And let's see if we're going to hear from head coach Chad Berman here.
Well, we do have the Pink the Rink ceremony event coming up very soon here. So if you'd like to see that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Coach Berman. Coach, obviously not the result we wanted tonight. Still have a 3-2 lead in the Cactus Cup. What, if anything, surprised you about the way they came out? And, what are some positives that you can carry into the game on Saturday?
I don't know if it surprised me. I thought they came out hungrier, harder. They won about every loose puck battle. I thought there was a great crowd tonight. You guys showed up and we didn't, and I apologize on behalf of us.
See you guys Saturday.
Well, a tough assessment, but that's pretty much how the game went tonight. Arizona struggling in the effort here this evening, and as Sebastian mentioned, we do have the Pink the Rink ceremony coming up here and the post game. And, of course, the pink jerseys, a big once-a-season event for the Arizona Wildcats with Pink the Rink, and a chance you'll see some fans wearing those jerseys as well. They can purchase jerseys with the proceeds going towards cancer research, awareness, and prevention as well. And so as the players line up for their photos along the blue line here, Sebastian, just kind of final thoughts as we put a cap on this one. We've got the Pink the Rink ceremony coming up here, but just your thoughts on the end of this hockey game and really the 60 minutes overall.
Well, I thought the words from Coach Berman there were quite poignant. His apology to the fans saying you showed up and we didn't. Usually Coach Berman is pretty happy with the effort his guys have put out. Even in losing games throughout this season, he still said we battled hard. Tonight, none of those words from Berman, just a flat out kind of explanation that we didn't show up. He knows that his team is capable of far more than this. And like you said, we saw it in spurts, we saw it in snippets. It was just never strung together for a consistent period of time. And ASU is, we always talk about parity in the NHL and all over the place, but even in the ACHA, a team like ASU that has a losing record that maybe might not be considered dangerous, they'll step up to play when they need to, and they came into this building here tonight, and for the first time this season, ASU beats the U of A on home ice, something that no one involved in this program ever wants to say.
It'll also be interesting to see who gets the nod in net on Saturday. Does Anthony Churro get a shot at redemption with the start? And that actually is my thinking as to perhaps why Coach Chad Berman gives Pavalsik the third period, is to give a chance to Churro just to rest on this Thursday evening, no game tomorrow, and then these two teams back at it Saturday afternoon. I think you come back with the guy who's been your number one for several seasons now. He's an MVP for a reason, and you've got to give him a chance to go out there and try to win on Saturday, taking nothing away from Pavalsik, who played great in the third period to keep him in the hockey game, and equally would deserve a chance.
Yeah, I don't. It's a good problem to have, right? You look at Biv and what he was able to do in the third, and you say he held you in there, he didn't allow one. Then again, though, Churro is such an amazing goalie. Maybe you just give him the mental reset and give him the go on Saturday.
And so we will send it away for another day. That's right, we'll be back Saturday. And a 1 p.m. start here in Tucson at Tucson Arena. If you're in the local viewing area, want to come down and join us, a reminder, all Wildcat students, tickets are free. Just show your ID at the box office. But in the meantime, as we have the Pink the Rink ceremony, as we exit this game, a tough loss here tonight for the Arizona Wildcats. 4-2 to the Arizona State Sundevils. We'll talk to you on Saturday, everybody. Thanks for listening and watching Wildcats hockey.
Thank you for watching University of Arizona Wildcats hockey. Visit our website at ArizonaWildcatHockey.org, and we'll see you at the Tucson Arena for the next Arizona Wildcats home game.